In the year 1154, 400,000 drams of pure silver are melted down to create a record of the world. The result is a heavy metallic disc, a 300-pound representation of every known mountain range, river, and city. But its design challenges standard conventions. South is positioned at the top, and Mecca sits at the exact center. There are no political borders, only a web of Arabic script flowing across a borderless blue ocean. This was the work of the Muslim scholar Al-Idrisi, commissioned by King Roger II of Sicily. It was a rare collaboration between a Christian monarch and a Muslim scientist to produce a map that prioritized trade routes over the ideological boundaries of the 12th century. For Al-Idrisi to draft a map with this level of mathematical precision, he needed more than just a royal patron. He needed a way to collect and process data from the furthest reaches of the earth. To understand why Mecca anchors the silver world, we have to look at the expansion of the faith that began 5 centuries earlier. Between 632 and 661, the Rashidun Caliphs oversaw a rapid shift in power. Byzantine and Sasanian strongholds collapsed, Damascus in 635, Jerusalem in 638, Ctesiphon in 636, and Alexandria in 642. These were not just territorial changes. The conquests wove together populations from Spain to Persia, creating a zone where travelers and scholars shared a single language and legal code. This unified geography allowed for a transcontinental system of travel, where merchants could move thousands of miles without crossing a single hard border. Mecca wasn't just a religious center on this map. It was the literal hub of a global supply chain of human movement. By the 8th century, the capital moved to Baghdad, setting the stage for an information revolution that would allow scientists to measure the planet's circumference at 23,000 miles. This started at the Battle of Talos in 751. Muslim forces captured Chinese prisoners who held the technical secret to papermaking. Papermaking traveled back to the center of the empire, replacing expensive parchment with a medium that was cheap and easy to mass produce. It allowed for the rapid duplication of geodetic data and scientific texts. With this new abundance of paper, Caliph al-Ma'mun commissioned 70 scientists to record an expansive survey of the Earth's coordinates. These surveys shattered ancient Greek theories, like Ptolemy's. By measuring a single degree of the meridian, they proved the Indian Ocean was a vast open sea, calculating the Earth's size with less than 1% error. Al-Idrisi's mathematical grid was only possible because paper technology turned Baghdad into a central repository for this geographic data. The map's southern orientation is explained by the merchants navigating the Great Arab Lake, the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean. Mariners here relied on the seasonal monsoon winds. Rather than hugging the coastline, they learned to cross open water with precision, moving between Arabia, India, and Africa. On the Swahili coast of East Africa, these merchants built independent city-states like Kilwa. They constructed mosques and palaces from coral rag and minted their own coins to facilitate the trade of gold and ivory. Across the water on India's Malabar coast, Muslim diasporas established pepper kingdoms. Local rulers, the Ocean Kings, protected these traders to ensure a steady flow of luxury commodities. To find their way back to Mecca, these navigators used brass astrolabes to measure the stars, aligning their ships with specific Qibla coordinates across thousands of miles of ocean. This southern perspective, born from the winds and currents that powered their commerce, is what literally flipped Al-Idrisi's worldview upside down. In 1154, Al-Idrisi successfully combined the empire's network, Baghdad's mathematics, and the experience of oceanic mariners into one final masterpiece. But the physical map was short-lived. After King Roger's death, the silver disk was violently destroyed and lost to history. However, the world it documented remained. The trade routes were established, the coordinates were recorded, and the connections between continents could not be erased. Al-Idrisi's map reminds us that the Islamic Golden Age was more than a series of conquests. It was a documented web of human knowledge that reshaped how we see our place on the planet.